Hello, my name is Abolghasemi-Malekabadi. I am doing my presentation on human immunity. Hope you like it. So, this is section 1, non-specific immune system. So the first line of defence is made up of chemicals that protect the body against pathogens. These chemicals and physical barriers include mucus, which helps in trapping pathogens, making the immobilised thrust easy to eliminate during coughing or when blowing the nose. Tears, flow of the tears removes pathogens from the eyes. Tears also contains special enzymes that digest the cell walls of the same pathogens, therefore killing them. Urine, when we urinate, the flow of urine removes pathogens from the urinary system. And then gastric juice contains HCI that kills pathogens that might have been swallowed by food. And then lastly, skin. Skin is the largest organ in the body. It provides physical and chemical barriers against pathogens. To begin with, the skin produces sweat and washes out pathogens from the skin pores. The sweat also contains salt, which is unfavorable for the survival of some pathogens. Okay, so the second line of defence, which is special cells and mechanisms. Fever. This leads to an increase of body temperature, thus kills some pathogens. Also, fever leads to an increase of response and divisions of white blood cells, hence boosting immunity against pathogens. Macrophages. These are special cells that engulf and digest the pathogens, a process known as phagocytosis. I apologise because I can't say the word. Inflammation is the next one, and this is a mode of immune response that helps in removal of damaged cells, toxic components and pathogens. Next slide. If I can find the thing above. Right, section 2, immunity, which is the third line of defence, offers specifically to the immunological response. It is composed of various cells of the immune system which are specific to their roles in immunity. Another name for the third line of defence is adaptive immunity. This line of defence has a memory due to presence of memory T cells. The major group of cells in this line of defence include T cells and B cells. The name adaptive is due to the fact that this immune system is controlled by cells that are specifically adapted to their function. We've got the next one. So cells of the immune system. These include NK cells, natural killer cells, which help in fighting tumours. Lymphocytes, these are major cells of the third line of defence, and they include B cells and T cells. T cells control the cell-mediated immune response, while the B cells control the antigen-mediated immune response. Dendritic cells, they help in antigens identification. They get attached to the foreign bodies that invade the human body. This enables the immune system to differentiate between self and non-self. Neutrophils, they are able to engulf and digest pathogens. And cytotoxic T cells, they play a role of destruction of damaged cells. So I've got image-specific and non-specific immune systems on the screen. I'll let you look at that. And slide 6, which is my immunoglobulins. I'm sorry for the pronunciation. The IgDs are found attached on the surface of the B cells. They are believed to play a key role in triggering production of antibodies, and they also prevent infection of the respiratory system by the pathogens. IgG is the main antibody found in the blood. It has the ability to attach to bacteria and toxins. This ability makes IgG an important antibody in the immune defence system. IgG can also pass from mother to unborn child through the placenta, and thus offering immune protection to the unborn child. IgM is produced when pathogens invade the immune system. They make the initial defence to a pathogenic invasion. IgA is found in saliva, mucus and breast milk. They mainly protect the body against bacterial infections. IgE protects the body against the parasitic infections. My next slide, I've got an image of the different forms of them and the different ones. And then next one. Right, self-recognition and self-tolerance. Self-recognition is the ability of our immune system to differentiate between self and non-self. Usually, major histocompatibility complex attaches to the antigens. Thus, it is easier for the immune system to distinguish between antigens and antibodies. On the other hand, tolerance is the ability of the immune system spare the self and attack the non-self. However, sometimes the immune system may fail to differentiate between self and non-self, and this leads to a condition known as autoimmune, whereby the immune system is attacking its own cells. Rejection of organ transplant. The process of obtaining a fresh organ, such as a kidney, from one person, such as the donor, and putting them onto another person, the recipient, is known as an organ transplant. Some of the organs that can be transplanted include heart, kidney, liver, lungs, and uterus. However, the whole process of the organ transplant can meet immunological barriers, causing a rejection of the newly introduced organs by the recipient's immune system. Rejection during organ transplants rise due to the immunological incompatibilities between the donor and the recipient. This happens when the host immune system detects the antigens on the organs as mismatched from its usual antigens and triggers the immune system to respond in fighting the foreign organ. Just a picture of the different organs which can be transplanted. And then, disorders of immune system. Both type 1 diabetes and rheumatic arthritis are caused by autoimmunity. Rheumatic is characterized by swelling and deformed joints. Diabetes is characterized as immune system attacking the pancreas cells to make the insulin for the body. Vaccinations. Acquired immunity is a type of immunity that we develop over our lifetime. This type of immunity can be further categorized in passive and active immunity. Passive acquired immunity is the type of acquired immunity that we obtain from someone or something. Passive acquired immunity can be natural if antibodies are transferred from mother to baby through breastfeeding, or artificial if we acquire antibodies from the immune serum. From the immune serum medication. Active acquired immunity is immunity we develop after being continuously exposed to the infection or through vaccinations. Active acquired immunity can be natural if it is developed after facing a given infection, or artificial if it is developed through a vaccination. Immunological memory. Immunological memory is the ability of the immune system to quickly recognise an antigen that had been encountered before. The cells that are responsible for this are group 2 innate lymphoid cells, memory T cells, lymphocytes, and memory natural killer cells. Immunological response to vaccines. Vaccination is basically the process of triggering an immune response by introducing a weakened form of a given antigen with an aim of making the immune system to produce the antibodies in preparation for the attack by active form of the antigen. During immunological response to vaccination, immunological memory plays an important role in storing the data of the whole process, so that when the virulent form of the germ attack our system, they will be recognised and quickly eliminated. The benefits of a vaccination. Vaccinations have greatly helped in controlling various diseases. For instance, during a pandemic like the COVID-19, there was an urge for the vaccine to be developed so as to curb the spread of the virus. As for the case of measles in the UK, vaccinations had helped greatly by reducing the number of reported annual cases from approximately 350,000 to 400 cases annually. Herd immunity. Herd immunity develops when a bigger percentage of a given population have been given vaccinations. At this point, spread of a disease is reduced. When herd immunity has been arrived at, there is no need for further vaccination. Factors affecting the immune uptake. People may be worried about the risk of uncertainties that a particular vaccine might bring. Various communities have their own values and beliefs that may be against a particular vaccine. Some areas are quite remote that they inaccessible, so such areas cannot get the vaccines easily. information or influences from others may be so discouraging, therefore hindering acceptance of a particular vaccine. Okay. That is my reference page. And that was it. Thank you very much.